I don't know who needs to hear this, and I'm sure I'm going to ruffle some feathers with this one, even with some people that I personally know, or maybe even family members, but I promise you this is not directed in any particular person. This comes from the best possible place in my heart I can imagine to help you in the future. If you are 13 years old or older and you cannot swallow a pill, you've got to learn how to do that like yesterday. If you're wondering why, there are several pills that you just simply can't crush and can't melt, and they don't come in liquid. So if you get to be 15, 16 and you can't swallow a pill, you're gonna have problems. Some medications simply can't be crushed or turned into a gummy, or they don't come in a liquid. And odds are at some point in your life, you're gonna need an oral medication. So here's some of my tips on what you can do to help your child or help yourself help swallow the oral tablet. Start small. Ages 5 to 10, you can take a gummy, cut it into a tiny pill-sized pieces, and let kids practice swallowing with water. Ages 10 to 13, level up the game. Try swallowing a really low dose, for example, vitamin D, nothing greater than 1,000 international units. This is what we did with my kids at about age 7 or 8, and they just swallowed the tiny little gel capsule of vitamin D a few times a week, 2 to 3 times a week. The sooner you learn to do this, the better off you will be in the future. It breaks my heart to see adults and young teens, young adults not be able to swallow a tablet, not get the treatment that they deserve because of fear of swallowing a tablet. This, of course, does not apply to anyone who has esophageal dysmotility or any sort of a condition that makes you unable to swallow. I completely understand some of those things are total barriers, but for the rest of us, let's just focus on looking at the big picture and trying to be as practical as we can.